Here's the review of horror movie Spirit in the Blood. Since there are more things in heaven and earth than our philosophy can imagine, I don't want to rule out the idea of the supernatural, but the majority of monsters do end up being people. And most of the time, a human being with extremely particular traits. However, there is no denying that a notion of monsters may be beneficial. At the very least, it may inspire a healthy fear that, ideally, may motivate some people to take action. Part romance, part supernatural, part coming-of-age tale, Spirit in the Blood takes a relatively familiar route, but from a fresh perspective, challenging our preconceived setting, and atmosphere, even though it may not touch all the necessary notes. Summer H. Howell's character Emerson and her family have returned to her father Julian's Greg Brick Little Mountain community, where social life revolves on the church, whether you like it or not. She arrives just in time to see something killing off teenage girls while prowling the woods. Like new children, she is ridiculed very immediately, but she also becomes friends with Delilah, Sarah Maxine Rassicot, who is also somewhat of an outcast and rebel. The two young ladies develop a bond when Emerson confesses that she believes she saw the monster that killed them, demonstrating that she needed an excuse to escape her father's less than subtle persuasion. This community will never accept a teenager, especially a female, and is prepared to blame the crimes on its own monster, the devil or something natural, but Delilah believes her and naturally attempts to persuade others to believe in Emerson. In the face of a community that says it will protect them yet does nothing to help, what are these girls to do? They form a band. Other girls who have also seen something and realize they need to defend themselves quickly join Emerson and Delilah. As a result, a gang is established, where members attempt to teach one another fighting techniques, run through the forest, and hide. It's easy to fall in love with Emerson and grow attached to her so fast that she is scared when her father, knowing that she is in danger, suddenly throws her out of the car and makes her walk home alone. This is a girl who is completely lost on her own, and not just when she's physically on the outskirts of a town that says it cares about girls but really just wants them to follow the rules. In a world where grown-ups are often criticizing her, it's understandable that she would be drawn to someone who seems to care about her, even though Delilah has her share of problems and blunders. This tale of females who are compelled to find their power in one another, at least temporarily, is skillfully woven by Borgstrom. Despite, or maybe because of, the physical and mental isolation that results from a rigid society that only knows to attribute bad things to women or the devil, this pressure can either strengthen their bonds with others or destroy them because, after all, they are still only children. The film shines here in its depiction of both positive and negative human relationships. It also does a great job of expressing the atmosphere of a location like this. Bullies target Emerson, the new girl, right away because they can target her. These woods provide safety and danger. A developing friendship may cause other feelings to surface, and what that can mean for a girl who has no name for what she may be feeling. And purity, and demons, are merely code words created by religious intolerance for the evils that themselves perpetuate. There are aspects of Spirit in the Blood that make me think of other contemporary films about adolescent maturation, such as Riddle of Fire and The Young Arsonists. The developing friendship between the main characters, Emerson and Delilah, is at the center of the movie's plot. But the concern is if Delilah is influencing Emerson negatively and believing her story of seeing a monster too much. I wish Spirit in the Blood's director, Carly Mae Borgstrom, had expanded on a few plot points. This includes the implication that Julian, Emerson's father, is an abusive parent, as seen by the early scene in which he abruptly kicks Emerson out of the car and a later scene in which Julian grabs Emerson's wrists and their play abruptly devolves into violence. Additionally, I wish the movie had made clearer distinctions between the girls' Wiccan-inspired rituals and the nearly cult-like Christian Society of St. Belvedere. This transition between the horror and the coming-of-age tale isn't always successful in Spirit in the Blood. Some of the darker sequences might not have the required weight, some song selections take away from the seriousness of particular scenes, and some threads are left hanging that might have needed to be connected. However, Howell and Rassicot are superb. They portray the emotional, bodily love and pain that accompany this first intense friendship crush, and it is evident and profound. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more movie review.